Thank you, Dr. Hoffman. And thank you to all of those who braved the weather and got here today in person. And again, for those of you joining online across a variety of time zones, we're really happy to have you here. We wanted to give our youth panelists an opportunity to introduce themselves as we start out the next couple of days. They are fantastic. We had an application process for young people to apply to be on the youth panel. And initially we were a little nervous that we wouldn't get enough applicants. Being the first time we were doing this, we weren't sure kind of how this was going to go. And I have to say that we received so many applications from so many incredible young people. And it was really difficult to narrow it down to just 5. And so we're really grateful for young people who are here, who are willing to talk about policy and give feedback so that we can all learn how to better engage with young people in the process of creating policy. So I will have our youth panelists come up to introduce themselves. We have young folks here from across the country, including a youth panelist from Utah, so that we can make sure we represented here in Utah. So if y'all want to come up and take turns introducing yourself so that everybody can get to know who you are.
Hi everyone, my name is TERRELL. I use he, him pronouns, and I am a freshman at Johns Hopkins University studying public health and writing seminars with an academic interest in how the narrative and poetic voice can be used to contextualize public health issues in the research to policymaking process. I like to start by sharing that as someone who struggled with suicide, depression, and other mental health challenges from middle to early high school, often felt like no one could relate to my experiences. I felt especially isolated in my rural community, where conversations about mental health were non-existent and where access to care was limited. And it wasn't until I started to volunteer with a teen-to-teen crisis line that I realized that my mental health challenges were just a microcosm of these much larger public health issues that affected hundreds of thousands of teens across the country. And so that then sparked this call to action where I became a lot more involved in the mental health space. I have a few notes here. So in addition to that kind of adolescent crisis intervention, I started to do research into the intersection of diverse student identities and school mental health curriculum and made some policy recommendations for my school district based off of that. I also worked on the implementation of Oregon Senate Bill 52, also known as Addie's Act, in my school district, which required suicide prevention plans to be more gender affirming and culturally sensitive. And I was also able to testify before the United States Senate Finance Committee in support of the youth mental health crisis and kind of the services that we really need to address this really alarming reality for a lot of my peers and I. This summit for me is all about reimagining what it means for youth to be heard. I always say that teens need to be listened to because we are talking, we just need to be heard. And I think this is just the perfect example of a conference that is really led for youth, by youth, and really seeking that input from youth. I'm really excited to be here with everyone today, and a warm welcome to everyone who's in here with us in the room and joining us from online. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is TYREN. I am from the state of Mississippi. I attend Gentry High School, where I serve as a senior. I'm just excited and elated to be before you all today to serve on this panel. I am very passionate about making sure that young people all across the nation have the necessities and tools to be successful young people, because so often we are overlooked. We're not taken seriously enough, and it is time for adequate change to be made in order for us to live for a better tomorrow. I come from a very underserved community where the poverty rates are just staggering, to say the least, and that pretty much puts me in a position to want to implement some type of change. So now currently I serve on numerous councils, Teen Health Mississippi, where we advocate for young people all across the state to make sure they have the necessities and tools for safe sex and a comprehensive sex education curriculum. I serve on the Secretary of State Student Ambassador Council, Active Minds Advocacy Academy, and just a lot of more organizations. The admissions are to make sure that young people have the necessities to be great people. In the fall of 2023, I plan to major in political science and public policy with a minor in mass communications and pre-law. After undergrad, I plan to attend law school to fight for those who have fallen broken justice system. So that's pretty much my little gist. Again, I'm thankful to be here to see all of you and those in the virtual community. That's me.
Hi everybody, my name is Ni Wing. My pronouns she, her, hers. I'm a senior and I attend Dover High School, which is based in southern New Hampshire. But actually my passion for youth advocacy came from being a part of a youth organization in province called Arise. They helped me learn about my identity as a Southeast Asian student and how my identity and positionality at a predominantly white institution helped make me feel unseen and other BIPOC youth in my community. And I hope that because youth are so like overlooked and underrepresented in government policy making decisions, with the summit can learn how you can leverage their voice to diverse the curriculum and proceed in their classrooms and cultivate communities.
Hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Julie Myrtle. I'm a junior at Village Green Virtual Charter School, which is located in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm a board member and project leader at Young Voices, which is a youth organization that focuses on giving youth the voice to advocate for policies and changes that they see fit in their own community. I'm the project leader for the ESSER Fund, so I collect data and see how the funds is being allocated and showing how to better use it in the right ways that students see fit. I'm also the Rhode Island Department of Education Multilingual Youth Ambassador. So I've facilitated workshops for over 200 teachers and staff in the Rhode Island school system. And in the workshops, I focus on elevating student voices in the classroom, as well as mental health in the students' world, because like students face a lot of issues and absentees come from mental health. You know, as someone who has struggled with mental health, giving those teachers that resource that they need to elevate those voices, as well as prioritize their own mental health, is something I'm really passionate about. I'm really grateful to be here because being in your Young Voices, they really uplifted my voice, and I feel really confident to speak about the policies like I'm passionate about, and being a representative for other youth in the BIPOC community is something I'm really proud to be. Yeah, thank you.
Testing, is this on? Great. Hey y'all, my name is Natalie Clark. I use she, her pronouns. I spent 6 years in Utah's foster care system between the ages of 3 and 18 years old. My experiences in foster care range from JJS, foster care, proctor care, congregate group home facility, drug and alcohol rehabilitation, and many more that I just couldn't even add in, right? So as a young person growing up in the foster care system, I of course experienced the need of people to understand what it's like what we're going through. So that drove me to my passion of becoming a social worker. I graduated from the University of Utah with a bachelor's of social work, and I'll be getting a master's in the fall of 2023 to focus on policy and advocacy within child welfare in the space of child welfare. My passion really is bringing lived expertise to the forefront. Young people that experience these systems really are the experts, and I think we bring a level of creativity that a lot of people just don't expect is possible in these really intersectional and complex realms that we're existing in right now. So I'm just so grateful to be here, and we've got some amazing panelists, so I'm just so honored to be a part of this and to uplift the true expertise that we're ready to present to you all today and tomorrow.